And we're on.
Wait, what was it?
Katy.
Nice to meet you.
Hey guys, it's Katy K from Calvert Webzine. I'm here with Matthew from My Children, My Bride.
Hi.
And you guys have been requesting for us to do an interview, so I'm happy to bring it to you guys.
What's up?
How did you guys come up with the name My Children, My Bride?
Let's see. A long time ago in a land far, far away from where we're at right now, we were all these high school kids, and we all kind of were like, let's do a band, and we all came up with different names, made a little list on our own, and coming from either video games or the Bible or all these different stuff, and then we all like got together the next week for practice, and we went over all the lists, and we're like, okay, that is terrible, that's really bad, and we were like, there are all these little funny names, and then one of the guys had come up with My Children, My Bride, and I think he got it from like a really, really old hymn book or something like that. And we were like, that's kind of cool because there's no bands named anything like that right now. So we put that one to the side and a couple other ones, and then after just talking about it and thinking about it, we're like, okay, that's gonna be it. And a lot of the other old ones ended up being really old songs back in the day. So yep, just kind of came together.
You guys started right out of high school. What was the experience like for you over the years?
Last year. It's been definitely a learning experience. Like, actually, I don't know if everyone knows this, but I'm the only original member left in the band. And I'm the only one from Alabama anymore either. But it's been definitely like a really cool experience because over the years, like, so many people have come and gone in the band, and that the people that were in it were therefore in it like at that time. And I feel like that the people that are in it now are in it and good for the right reasons and everything. But I mean, we've gone from to where our first weekend tour was 3 shows, and 2 of the 3 got canceled, and that sucked. And then we tried to do like a week at a time, and like half those shows got canceled the day of. And then just it's been a total learning experience. Like, from day one, we were always booking our own shows and doing everything DIY, and we did it DIY until we even booked our own European tour about 3 or 4 years ago, and went over to Europe by ourselves with no management, no label, no anything, and made money and was successful over there and everything. And that alone is a great feat. Like, today bands go over there and they don't make money because it's so expensive with tickets and everything. And then after that we were like, okay, we've done everything we can by our own selves. So that's when a lot of labels were interested in everything. We signed it up with Solid State, and from then on it's been a great experience with them, and we're on our last record, and yeah.
When and how did you know you wanted to make a career out of making music?
When I was really young, my father always took me to different like music shows and everything like that. Like, I grew up in a Christian home, so like I was always like going to like Third Day or like Newsboys or all those like youth group events and everything, and at a very young age, so I was always like involved with music. And when I was, I guess, 14 or 15 or so, a lot of kids around my area started making bands, not necessarily Christian bands, but just bands in general. And I was like, oh, I want to be a part of that because of how much fun I had at shows. And then just from listening to heavier, I think the first heavy CD I ever listened to is DC Talk Jesus Freak. That was like, my mom and my dad were like, I can't believe he's listening to this, but I mean, and now in retrospect it's funny, but I don't know, just when I was young I just really wanted to be into music, and it felt right. It felt like what I was supposed to be.
With being put in the category as a Christian band, do you feel it affects your listeners?
I definitely think that being labeled as a Christian artist definitely carries a stereotype along with it. But with us, what differentiates us from other Christian artists is that we don't try to just tour with Christian bands. We don't try to just be on Christian tours with other Christian artists and only play Christian festivals. Like, we feel like we are supposed to be an alternative music to other bands like our genre. So, I mean, we just got off tour with Suicide Silence before this tour. And, I mean, if anybody knows anything about them, they are very open about being non-believers in Christianity and everything. And, like, we would way rather do a tour like that, where we're being a light in a dark place, rather than, like, we're not saying we're opposed to doing like this tour with other Christian bands. Like, we love the fellowship. But we just feel like we're supposed to be one of those bands that can do whatever, like a normal band, and affect people that way.
Do you have any influences that, if you were able to look them in the face and tell them anything, what would you say?
Any influences?
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like other bands that influence me,
Yeah,
or people,
or bands.
For me personally, with like lyrics and everything, I try to write about like stuff that's happened in my life. And one of my biggest influences is like over the years, fans and people that have told me like the stuff that I write like has affected their life so much, like completely changed like their minds or their hearts on something. And like honestly, like I tell kids all the time on the internet and stuff, like that is such a huge influence to me. Like it makes me want to keep doing this, and it makes me want to continue like literally risking our lives on the road and everything like that. Other influences, I change what kind of music I listen to every week, so I don't know if I have any musical influences, but I mean just people at my church and stuff back home, like I talk to them all the time about things, and they definitely influence my life on the road. So.
Okay. What is the best feeling you have out of being in a band that touches people's lives daily?
The best feeling ever, probably what I just talked about, like when someone can come aside and talk to me at a show, or even just like tweet me something, or Facebook or MySpace or whatever, when they tell me like that a certain lyric or like a certain song has so deeply impacted their life, like I wrote it just for them, like that means the entire world to me, because that just lets me know that what I'm doing is for the right reason, and I'm here because I feel like God brought me here, and I am affecting lives because God did this and like put me in this place. Like I don't care what people say, if they tell me like this is devil music or whatever they want to tell me, or they tell me that I don't talk about God enough on stage or something. Like I have people tell me that too, because I don't feel like we're supposed to be one of those bands that like ministers the whole set, because I feel like that can turn so many people away too. So that alone, like children and not children, like grown men and everything coming up to me crying and stuff like that, that's probably the best thing.
Is there anything that gets you amped up before a show?
Before a show? On this tour, I'll just talk about this tour alone. This is only like day 7 or 8 or something like that, but we play after A Plea for Purging and The Chariot. And okay, last night alone, A Plea for Purging had 130 stage dives for one song. 130 for their last song. And then The Chariot played, and they, have you seen The Chariot live before?
Yeah.
Insane. So getting that before us, and we just get up there and I'm just like, so that definitely amped me up, because I was like, dang it, now I have to do something crazy. Or like,
I don't think you have to worry about any stage diving tonight.
I don't know. I might ask his anyway, but we'll see how that goes, because Claude is a funny man.
What do you hope to give to your fans after a show?
Give to them?
Yeah, like...
I give hugs and high fives and pictures, and I don't drum or guitar or anything. I sing, so I can't give out microphones, or I'd be a very poor gentleman.
No, like what do you like? Okay, give, but also like hope they leave with.
Oh,
like,
that's what you meant. I don't know. I just hope that they like take something from the set, whether they came there knowing our lyrics or not, like whether they saw something different in the energy we had on stage. I just hope they leave with knowing that that we are like a positive influence on this music scene and everything else, and that they come back.
If you had no experience in the music industry, what would you be doing right now?
Good question. Well, I consider myself an artist. I like drawing, and like I was actually going to go to college for graphic design and stuff like that. And I guess if I wasn't in the music industry, I would probably pursue my like natural talents, being art or something with the music. I don't know, something to do with managing bands or touring or whatever. So.
What are some ways My Children, My Bride has affected you as a person?
Another good question. Some of these I've never answered before. It's definitely been like a moving experience. It's kind of defined who I am personally for such a long time now, that I associate like my whole life with it, I guess. And that's a good thing. Like I really enjoy the band. It's like I said, I'm the only original member left, and I feel like it's my baby, and I have to take care of it. And that's why I was saying earlier, I feel like the people that are in it now is like the strongest it's ever been in such a long time. And there's some club music going on right now, but it's just highly impacted my life. Just like I reach out to other people, like the new record especially, like I wrote that for myself, almost for myself. Like every song like means so much to me, like because because I was going through something so serious in my life that like I've gone back and read my own lyrics. Like I can't even say how many times I've been like, okay, let's do this next. Let's move on to the next day and stuff. So.
Say you have a fan or someone who looked up to you and wanted to do the same thing that you are doing now. What would you say to them?
For people that want to be in a band, I would just say work as hard as you can, and if you want to really take it seriously, then take it seriously. Like, save up money, get a professional recording together, start showing people your music, start trying to perform at your local venues, and form a natural fan base then. And then once you feel like you've accomplished that much, try to book your own tours. Try to do like a weekend thing and book like 3 shows. That's what we started doing. And then once you got 3 shows on a weekend, take some time off on spring break or whenever if you're still in high school. Try to do a whole week at a time. And don't be discouraged if people don't like your music, because for every person that doesn't like it, there's 10 more that will love it. And with that, like, I mean, if we had given up after our first week of shows, like literally 5 out of 7 got canceled. Like, it was the most discouraging thing ever. But we got up and we kept going, and I mean, this is where we are today. We've traveled all over the entire world. We stay touring like 250 to 300 days out of the year, and it just takes hard work and diligence. And I think like today, with bands like being pre-made or bands like being popular overnight, like a lot of them come and go so quickly. So like just stay hard and work diligently, and should be able to make it somewhere.
What are some of the most amazing things fans have done for you guys?
Fans have done for us. We're very fortunate to have some very amazing people like in our lives, like all across the United States. Different people that like either bring us stuff on tour, like tea and vitamin C and all that stuff, like just to take care of us personally, or people that we stay at their homes and they like treat us to breakfast or lunch or whatever it may be. Like there's families all over the world that just like that helps us so much, because like we live in a 15-passenger van. We rarely get to buy hotels and stuff like that. So being able to like be taken into somebody's home and they let us get their showers disgusting, and they cook us food, and they let us sleep in their beds being gross band dudes, like that means so much to us.
What are some of your goals as a band and personally that you have for this year?
I know one of the big things, we've actually had trouble getting overseas the past couple of years. We've wanted to go overseas again so bad. We were in this weird catch-22 thing with our label and our booking manager, like our booking agent and stuff, where our tour, we couldn't really make it over there like we wanted to. So because of that, we're finally getting over there with the Chariot, and that's been one of our biggest goals for the past couple of years, so we're so stoked to do that. So we go from this tour with them right into the next one. And then other than that, we're writing another record. We're doing it right now, and we hope to have another record out by the end of the year. So that's a big goal we're trying to accomplish. And then yeah, touring nonstop, like always.
Of all the songs that you have written, what one has the most meaning to you?
That's hard. I don't know. I don't know if I have one answer for that. Well, I guess almost this whole new record, like at least the half of the songs, like has to personally do with this girl that I was gonna marry, and things just didn't work out, and it really affected my life really hard. And because I thought I was gonna spend the rest of my life with her, and just it happened right before we started writing the record, so that was like all that was on my heart. So like 3 or 4 like King of the Hopeless and Lungs Full of Water and Digital Reaper, like all on the new record, a bunch of those songs like are so personal to me that they mean the same amount.
Zombie apocalypse is about to happen. What do you do?
Well, because I'm a vampire, I don't actually care about zombies, and they're really slow and dumb and stupid. So I would just kill them all really fast and awesome, and they would not kill me because I'm fast.
Okay.
I think people get too scared of zombies. They're stupid and slow. Some of them can run fast, but just right in the head, done. It's easy. People get all worried about it. I don't understand the dilemma. Hide on a roof, they can't climb. They're stupid. Hide in a grocery store, I don't know. Honestly, the other night, I don't know why I said this, I said to the audience, "We're the last humans on Earth. You guys are zombies. What's up?" And they were all like, "Ah!" They were like, it was funny. But anyways, I like jumped in the crowd, but not scared. Not scared of zombies.
You guys get to make a mixed CD for your fans to buy and or download online. What songs by you guys do you put on it, along with what other bands would you like to see put on it?
Gosh, wow. Let's see, I'll pick one song from each album. Probably On Wings of Integrity is one of my favorites to play. And off the new album, I really like Crimson Grim a lot. It's fun. So those two, and then what's funny is that every single person in the band listens to completely different kinds of music. Like, I listen to really weird stuff, like from Marilyn Manson to Johnny Cash to whatever, and Robert listens to rock and roll and country, and Joe listens to indie music, I don't know, Dan listens to heavy metal, like, so, yeah, I don't know. Dan will put Meshuggah, Joe will put, what do you say that, I don't know. Robert to put. Anyways, forget it. Mix, completely mixed. Sorry. I'm not good at answering favorite questions.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans and future fans?
Don't judge a book by its cover. Come watch us, and if you don't like us, then you don't have to come to our shows. But if you do like us, then yes, come and say hi again.
Do you see yourself in 10 years still making music?
10 years. In 10 years, I will be 34 years old, and that's really old. But if
it's not.
If I have the chance to be making music still, then I would absolutely love to. Like Rolling Stones and Aerosmith and stuff still do it, so maybe I will too. Maybe a different kind of music. I don't know.
Were there any personal struggles in making any of your records? Of course, you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Getting to get married, but
other than that, like with Unbreakable, it was fairly easy. Our ex-drummer Brian, like he recorded most of the album, and me and him worked really hard on that. With Lost Boy, we were definitely like we had a time constraint. We toured so much the past year and a half that we didn't have time to fully like sit down and write something. So we like took a month and a half to write and record an album. And we're happy with how it turned out, but we want to do so much better on the next one. Other than that, no, like. Anything else?
You control Warped Tour lineup. What are some bands you would pick?
Warped Tour? Man, jeez, I have no idea. I've only been to Warped Tour once in my whole life. We almost got on it this year, hopefully next year. I like the Black Dahlia Murder a lot. I'm trying to think of bands I want to see live. I hear Day to Remember is really cool at Warped Tour and Bring Me the Horizon. I hear they do good at Whitechapel. We just got off tour Suicide Silence. I heard they put on a good show at Warped. Paramore, Jimmy Eat World, Found Glory, the usuals, like the MTV, or the bands that usually play Warped are, I mean, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I agree with them.
Okay, do you have any questions for me and the staff at Calvert Webzine?
How long have you guys been doing this?
I'm the oldest on the staff, so about 3 years.
Wow. And are you guys just a website? Or?
Yeah, we're a website, but we're gonna hopefully start printing soon.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad to have helped you guys out or done this interview. It actually, like, I haven't answered a lot of these questions, so good job, Steph. Picking some good ones. Any more?
No.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
It was nice meeting you. I hope you have fun tonight at the show.
I will.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.